Cotton underwear is your best friend. You are what you eat, madam. You want them lady parts to smell fresh and so clean. And your lady parts will suffer and smell like the garden fisherman, okay? Oh. Hey guys, Jess here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going over 10 feminine hygiene tips that you need to know. This is the summer edition. For those of you that are already a part of the family, I'd like to thank you very much. I appreciate the entire squad. However, if you are not already a part of the squad, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell as well. Without further ado, I will not hold you any longer. So the first thing about hygiene in the summer is the sweating. Let's just face it, the sweating. There's two goals when it comes to that for us ladies. We either want to avoid the sweating altogether, or since it's inevitable, you want to combat the sweating and cut it down to a minimal, so that way you're still comfortable. My first tip is cotton underwear. Cotton underwear is your best friend. Underwear, undergarments, what have you. Make sure they're made out of 100% cotton. Polyester, cotton and something else is not going to allow your lady parts, your pocketbook, or your purse to breathe. Oh yeah, we going there today. I'm not a vulgar person, but I'm gonna make it crystal clear and still do this with class. It is your best friend. Cotton underwear basically allows your lady parts, your pocketbook, your purse to breathe. And also that decreases the chance of the odor causing bacteria from forming and rising up to your nose, okay? That's the reason for the 100% cotton underwear, not just, oh, I got 20%, I think I'm okay. No shortcuts. No shortcuts. No shortcuts. You want your pocketbook to breathe even during that time of the month. You have 100% cotton undergarments, underwear. Take care of those lady parts. Sweating is our body's response to when it gets overheated, and sweating allows our body to cool down. Cotton is sweating's best friend. Cotton clothing, underwear. So it isn't just underwear, cotton clothing as well. A 100% gonna be your best friend. That's my very first tip. You will need accessories in addition to those cotton underwear. Panty liners. These are scented. If you don't prefer scented, that is a-okay. They have unscented as well. That's non-negotiable, because the way our bodies are designed as women is for discharge to come out, for that to expel itself. That's how our lady parts remain a self-cleaning organ. That's why it's the self-cleaning organ that it is. So you want to have liners, and for any time that you are not on your cycle, that you're that ain't came knocking yet. Anytime outside of that, have your panty liners, whether scented or unscented. They are also your best friend, and in addition to your cotton underwear. It'll catch any type of discharge that your body expels, and it will also allow you to stay cool with the underwear, but then also catch any discharge, so that way you're not messing up your underwear. You're not messing up your undergarments, okay? Let's just be honest about it. You want to have the cotton underwear to combat the sweating, to absorb that and cool you down and eliminate the odor causing bacteria. But you also want to have the liners to catch anything there. Speaking of that discharge, deodorant suppositories are your best friend. One good deodorant suppository I can recommend is Norforms. Learned about these growing up. I have these in the Island Escape. They have them in other varieties. They also have the boric acid ones. They also have the unscented ones. That is good to refresh your lady parts, especially after your cycle. But if it's before your cycle or anything like that, it's good to use then. You just want to use it sparingly and not depend upon that. And make sure you're keeping up on your eating habits and taking care of yourself internally, because that does reflect on what type of discharge expels from your lady parts. Now, I mentioned about watching what you eat. You are what you eat, madam. You are. Usually it's the meat and dairy products. Those have a life-changing effect on the way our lady parts expel that discharge and the smell. So if you want them lady parts to smell fresh and so clean, try not to reference a song here. What you want to do, more fruits and vegetables than anything. If you love dairy, and dairy tastes real good, it's just not good for you. You want to try to eliminate as much dairy and as much meat, pork, red meat, hog maw, fried foods. You want to go changing your lifestyle if you haven't already. Don't make it an overnight thing, because it'll become hard to adjust to. And then you'll find yourself back cheating on your diet, and your lady parts will suffer and smell like the garden fisherman. Okay? Take it one step at a time. It really makes a difference when you are very conscious of what you eat. Meat and dairy products, try to lay off of them as much as you can. And if you are committed to it, to make sure your lady parts stay in great shape and stay smelling great and stay with that normal smell that it's supposed to have, that normal aroma that it's supposed to have, you want to make sure eliminate it altogether. Number 5, in case you lost count. Your clothes play a role, bars, in how your lady parts perform as far as the sweating and in the summer. I know us as ladies want our jeans to fit like a glove. They shouldn't fit like a second skin though. Even if they fit like a glove, they shouldn't fit like a glove that you ain't got no business putting on in the first place. That's 2 sizes too small. I love y'all, to my sisters in the Brave Squad. So this is why I'm giving you these tips. Please buy your clothing. Wear your clothing at a size that fits you the best, makes you look absolutely great. But if it's too tight, your lady parts, they about to tell you something about yourself. When you wear clothing that is too tight in that area of your lady parts, she suffers. She suffers. Good Lord, she does. Okay? It does not allow your lady parts to breathe when your jeans is too tight or they're skin tight. I mean, you could wear cotton underwear all day and wear a liner. But if them jeans and pants is skin tight, oh, they fit like a glove. But they fit like a very tight fitting glove that is actually not your size, madam. I love you. That's why I'm telling you. That same bacteria in your lady parts is going to build up and become trapped in those quarters, in that chamber of tightness of the clothes. And by the time you do change your clothes, ain't nobody got time for that. When you change into something else, you're going to have a rude awakening. There's no way for your lady parts to air themselves out, even with you wearing cotton underwear, because you're not being slick doing that. Oh, I'll just wear the cotton underwear and the panty liners, and I'll be okay with these glove skin tight fitting. No, leggings neither. Okay. If you like it, okay, cool. Don't wear it as much. But I'm letting you know now, your lady parts are going to stew that bacteria, and they're coming to visit your nose as soon as you change your clothes. Bars. I ain't even trying to rhyme. Not skin tight, where we can see all your cut up, tie da. We don't. No. I love you. That's why I'm telling you. Number 6, you want to take the time to learn what exact feminine hygiene products work for you. The feminine wash. Now, I have tried other brands, but I've almost always stayed within the Summer's Eve line. And I realize that Summer's Eve does not perform well for every woman, and that's okay. You go with what works best for you. But what you want to do for this tip is figure out what works best for you and stick with that. Now, when you're trying new products, or maybe you've used one and then maybe they've changed their formula, because companies tend to do that a lot with hygiene products, what you want to do is just try out a test area for 24 hours and see how that performs. They usually put that label or put that in those type of instructions with skincare products and other type of products, but you need to be mindful and of the same thing when it comes to products that you put on your lady parts, to keep them clean, to keep everything in working order, as far as the smell, the aroma, and eliminating bacteria and keeping the sweating at bay. You also want to make sure that it's pH balanced, clinically tested, and it's formulated to keep that bacteria away. Not just remove it, just keep it away. And it needs to be where it's formulated to work for you all day. Once you find the right product, stick right with that. Also, I want to add, because I've made the mistake before. I say this because I love you. I love you, squad. Ladies in the squad, some of this can be intertwined for the men, but I'm mainly talking to my sisters in the squad. Body washes are not made, nor are they designed for our lady parts. That's why there's a difference between this and the body washes I review on my channel. Body wash is for your body. That includes shower gel. Shower gel is for the shower, also to shower with your body, but it is not for your lady parts. It is not for your pocketbook, not for your purse. It is most definitely not. If you use it in that area and you wind up having an adverse reaction, that's because it's not designed for it. Your lady parts are a very sensitive area. You want to make sure you're doing all you can to not only protect your lady parts and look after them, but then also you want to make sure you're mindful as to what you're using down there. Number 7, this is short and brief. Regular doctor's visits. Even when nothing is wrong. Even when everything is working great and you're using the right products, you're taking the right practices into place, you've changed your eating habits, and you're not wearing the excessive skin tight clothing, and you're allowing your lady parts to breathe, you still want to go. You still want to go. Just make sure everything's in fine working order and get your regular checkups, regular recommended procedures that you need to get. Number 8, we are almost done here. Make sure when it comes to mowing the lawn, taking care of the hair down there. Now, if you prefer to have hair down there, okay, cool. Just keep in mind, you're going to have to do a little bit more work in terms of keeping the bacteria down, keeping it completely eliminated. And you're also going to have to be consistent as far as what feminine cleansing products that you're using as well, if you plan on keeping the hair. Now, however, if you like to get rid of the lawn, you like to get rid of the hair, okay, here's what I recommend. You want to use shaving razors. Make sure to either use shaving razors specifically designed for your lady parts, specifically for sensitive skin in sensitive areas, or use a hair removal cream like Veet or Nair. But you want to make sure, if you're going the hair removal cream route, the depilatory creams, they're also called that, for removing unwanted hair in unwanted places. You want to make sure you're getting the Nair or Veet that is specifically for removing hair from your lady parts. You don't want to grab just any old thing off the shelf, sis. Be very cognizant, be very attentive to what you're picking up off the shelf when you go down those aisles in the stores. Make sure it's specifically for your lady parts and those sensitive areas, and make sure it's for sensitive skin. Even if you don't have sensitive skin, you want to get one formulated for sensitive skin. Here's why. You want to test spot using the hair removal creams as well. Should you have an adverse reaction, basically it will decrease the chance of you having an adverse reaction if you buy a sensitive skin formula to begin with. Even if your skin is not sensitive and it tolerates a lot, you still don't want to put your lady parts through that. You want to give it the best chance possible of being careful and being intentional with taking care of your lady parts. Very important. Keeping hair down there does increase the chance of bacteria, especially the odor causing ones, if it rising up to your nose. Okay, so if you find that you experience more odor with the hair, then it may be time to reconsider shaving, trimming, or using the hair removal cream. Just make sure it's the sensitive formula. Number 9, we're doing fine. Feminine wipes in your purse, car, or when you travel. It's a really great thing to have. It's a great save, and it also fights effectively against sweating down there. And it also refreshes you. It's also good to have these. I love these, especially just the nighttime wipes that matches the feminine wash. But it's good to have feminine wipes on you in your purse, car, when you travel. It's good to have those because when you get in the gym and you just can't shower at the moment, and you just can't take a bath at the moment, whichever one you prefer. This provides some type of security for you, and based on whether you get the unscented or the scented, that'll also make you feel more confident about how the rest of your day is going to go when you have this to combat the sweating. Now, mind you, you might have to do it depending on what your body chemistry is like. You might have to do it a few times. But if not, all the more power to you. It's good to have the feminine wipes because it saves you the time. It saves you the embarrassment from you having the you know what I'm talking about, the sweat, because it's evident up underneath the arms. When you have that going, you don't want to have that with your lady parts going. Those feminine wipes have come in great handy for me whenever I have had to gotta go. Now they have these and other type of scents varieties, even unscented. I don't know if Summer's Eve does have that, but they mainly have their scented line. I just happen to like these. Keep them on you. And last, number 10. This is for during your menstrual cycle, but it's also helpful to have this outside of your menstrual cycle. It's important to keep a just-in-case bag with your wipes, with your deodorant suppositories, with your liners, and otherwise your pads or tampons that you have. Keep a kit together. You could put this in a nice, pretty, floral or graphic print type of mini bag. You can slide in the inside of your purse, the inside of your travel bag, and then that way you can be very discreet about it, but you can still be prepared should anything come up. Also, you want to add a clean pair of underwear. Let's just be realistic. Pack it. At least 2 clean pairs of underwear. So that way you get in the gym in any way, shape, or form, especially with summer and that, you'll be prone to excessive sweating or sweating of any sort, or if you should have an accident, God forbid, you're prepared. You want to have the feminine wipes. You want to have deodorant suppositories. You want to have panty liners, whether scented or unscented. You want to have the regular pads, even if you don't use them. I'm about to tell you why. You want to have the tampons of all type of, at least one or two of each absorbency, regular, medium, heavy. Reason being is, even if you don't use any of those type of items, but you have them, perhaps you can help another young lady in need. It's always good to have those things on hand. So even if you only have a little bit with you, you just only have your little kit with you of your just in case stuff, your emergency bag, whatever you want to call it. It's great to have that, and you want to stay prepared so that way you're not caught in a jam where you're needing to run to the store. And that, ladies, almost said, and gentlemen, that is my 10 feminine hygiene tips that you need to know for the summer. And until next time and until the next video,